Ooh, California love. Feel the breeze and the trees. Let it tease you with that California love. California love.
Aloha, everybody. Welcome to the Aloha Friday with the Sandwich Island Social Network video podcast that we do every Friday. Good fun and special aloha to all of our ohana that do come in, and we look forward to hearing from you. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. The Aloha Friday with the Sandwich Island Social Network is a series of fun conversations sharing the lives and journey of people in our island community. The Sandwich Island Social Network is a non-profit organization serving Hawaiians and Hawaiians at heart, wherever they may live. And if you would like to help the Sandwich Island Social Network as a non-profit organization by being a sustaining member, right down below, boop, 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 we've got information on patreon.com/Sandwich Islands 808, and you can find out how you can become a sustaining member of the Sandwich Island Social Network. And as always, we encourage our ohana to jump on in. This is a chat-driven show, so we welcome questions, comments, your how's-its, and all of that right here on the show today. And as always, we've got special guests, and this one is really, really special. In fact, I went over to Walmart, and he was on special, but that's okay. We won't talk about that right now. Please welcome to the Aloha Friday show, none other than my brother, Andy Bumatai. What's up, Andrew?
Oh, hey, I was on special. In fact, but I had end cap, so at Walmart, and that's difficult to do. Hey, Kamaka,
Yeah.
during your introduction, I just have to say, mahalo nui loa for putting my name on the screen, because I was spockenizing that bugger, and I gotta tell you, look good, man, really. Wait, right there. Oh yeah, get them in focus. Yeah, took me a while. Yeah, okay, there we go.
So Andrew, what are you saying?
Yeah.
Is there? I mean,
No, nothing. I'm just saying I'm just enjoying it. I get to the point where, I don't know if you ever got caught at the airport. You have your sunglasses that are prescription, and you're trying to read your phone, and you put your regular glasses over your other glasses, and then you forget. You see people, hey, look, brother, wearing two glasses. That's right, brother, because I get double vision. That's right, brother. Look at that. How's that?
Okay. I will use the micro magnifier, and I will increase the font,
too
bro.
big. I can't handle.
Hey, Kalamai. Oh my goodness gracious!
Yeah.
But
How are you,
Andrew
brother?
is here from his mansion in the general Makakilo area on the island of Oahu, an undisclosed location at his studio.
I'm on the 10th floor.
And I'm going to say right up front, Andrew Bumatai has Daily Pigeon Live, a wonderful live video podcast. What is your new schedule, Andrew? Just so that, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I broadcast live Tuesdays and Thursdays on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube, all at the same time, and that's at 3:00 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. Okay. And then I was doing every day on Twitch, we did 500 days in a row, and then it just got to be too much, right? And plus, I was doing it exclusively on Twitch, and then they had some issues, so I'm moving back to YouTube primarily, but broadcasting. And then in between those live streams, I'm doing produced videos. So if you want to check out what I'm doing, you can go here. This is my address on YouTube, and I post a lot of stuff. The live reruns are there, and the produced video are there also. So
Good.
there you go.
Good. My goodness. We get the Ohana checking in already. Here's Nancy. She said, "I thought it was at 1 o'clock, or you're just setting up reminders." Nancy, Nancy. The Aloha Friday show has always been at 12 noon. The Babu's Crew on Wednesdays is at 1 o'clock. And but if you're in Kalihi, it's 4:30. If you're in Makakilo, it's 4:45. If you're in Southern California, it is yesterday. And if you're in Northern California, it's next week, Thursday. So now we all clear. I'm glad we cleared. We cleared that.
And if you're on Maui, it's 5 after.
Here's Kay Bennett. Kay Bennett, you know Kay Bennett, and her
How's it, Kay?
daughter Laura. Oh, my goodness, saying aloha. She is sneaking away from work right there, and oh my goodness, Valerie Anduha. Andrew, Valerie came to our show in Fullerton. She's the one that makes the Mickey Mouse ears, and she had our picture.
Oh, yeah. How's it? I could use some Mickey Mouse ears now because more big. My ears not that good lately.
That's a good system, Valerie over here. And
By the way, Kamaka,
yeah.
go ahead. I was just gonna say I see Honda here. I sent out a community blast on my YouTube page, so you might see some of the Hamajang gang here.
Great.
Show
great.
face.
So, see, she just called me out. Kamaka, you starting on time? Must be important guess. Yeah, this bugger one, VIPP.
No, it's I owe him money, so you know.
Here's Brother Marty Burns.
Be here on time.
Aloha. I know this going to be one good one. Plenty of laughs and good stories. Oh, yeah. Andy has a lot of stories to share today. And a couple of them that he will clean up, especially when he and I was on the road. We'll do some road stories, too. We'll do some road stories.
Not all of them.
See, Honda says, how's it, Kamaka Andy? I get my dual citizenship today, both Babu's Crew and Hamajang Gang. Yeah.
No, that's why people thought that this was going to be on at 1, because your Babu's Cruise is on at 1, and everyone was going, Andy is Babu's, so gotta be 1. You know, they did that deductive reasoning thing.
Yes. And there again, you're using the term reasoning and logic, Andy. Please don't use those words with me.
I'm sorry.
I
But, you know, I spent time Waianae, so we did plenty deductive reasoning, right? So someone goes, hey, I'll go and surf. How you know get waves? Hey, you see the dog, right? The dog in the front yard across the street, right? That means the blue top is down and the truck is missing. So that means brother win surf, so must get waves. Oh, okay.
Oh.
You see how that's how it works.
West Side
it.
logic. Represent. West Side.
Deductive.
Melissa McDowell. Welcome.
I'm sorry.
Great.
Oh,
Andy
hey,
is
Doc.
awake. Oh,
Yeah, Andy's awake. I don't know why that's surprising. I was awake at 6 a.m. When we did the 500 shows,
Yeah.
most of them we broadcast at 6 a.m. Hawaii time. And we did that for the East Coast people, you know, because, you know, those guys were going, oh, I gotta go sleep. I know. I'm reading. Hey, I see Kamaka's in the denial. Oh yeah, the shirt you have on in denial, right? I had a bunch of the patches left over in denial. And Shakalaka is Melissa. In denial was the name of. I was telling everybody we did a tour with Kamaka, the In Denial tour, right? And I had these patches, so I was giving them away and selling them on my channel. But I have the little In Denial. I guess, did you ever see those?
No.
I never used them. I forgot them for the tour.
Well, here's a little throwback right here, Andy.
Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, I remember. What a great crew that was.
Wasn't that a great crew? These were
man.
the great folks in Camarillo, California. Andy and I did a comedy show, and part of the proceeds went to the halal. and these were
Yeah.
musicians that were playing before us, and they all surprised Andy by wearing the Caution in Denial T-shirt. They're a great bunch. Wow.
Oh yeah, that's when we were selling those shirts, and everybody in this crew bought one. That was so beautiful, but it was so nice that that. Do you remember how the show ended when they were singing Hawaii Aloha and the whole audience came and the
Yes.
halau came up and danced, kind of
Yes.
chicken skin to the max. That was a great tour, man.
That was an amazing, amazing show. And they still remember it down to these days. Every time I see some of them, or they'll hit me up on Facebook just to say, "Hey, Uncle Kamaka, how are you?" And I remember that great crew. And that was Kumu Rona Ko was the Kumu hula out there. And she's just an
Yeah.
amazing, amazing family actually out there, folks. Yeah.
Hmm.
Let's see. We got folks that we want to recognize, and here's C Honda. She wants to make sure everybody knows that's Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. The Daily Pigeon Live, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, etc., etc., etc.
She says
Yeah.
etc. because I've been trying to also broadcast on Twitter and LinkedIn, but they
Uh-huh.
haven't got their live thing wired. So, I know.
Yeah. Susan says, "We all clear, Garants. We get them." We
We
good.
got them. Laugh already.
And Melissa says, "Oh no, Andy knows my name." Ah. Oh. And Nani Aloha jumping in. Aloha Kamaka and Andy.
Nani
Andy.
is the moderator on our show.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. So
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Hammerjang
she
gang is
moderates.
representing today. Exactly.
Yeah.
Here's a brother all the way from Justice, Texas. Brother Bubba. What's up, Kanakas? Representing.
Texas. I don't know if you were at that show. Frank DeLima and I did a show it's called Shirts, Texas. The town is called Shirts. It's very close to San Antonio.
Okay.
And it was so funny. The first thing I walk out and go, I gotta tell you, feels so good to come here. And first thing I say is, Aloha Shirts. It was
Here's Tim
another great
Lopes.
show.
Tim Lopes is a Nanakuli boy living in San Antonio, Texas. Tim
Oh, we're
Lopes.
just talking about San Antonio.
Yeah.
Great place.
Brother is one of our regulars as well. And like that. So I just want to think. We go, Andrew, and I'm qualified to call you Andrew because we go back so long. Here's a picture I wanted to share with you, and let me just bring this bugger up. And I haven't run this by you yet, so I'm prepared to get the slipper.
No, you know what? Let's point out to everyone that
Yeah.
when we spoke, you asked me if I wanted to see the pictures in advance, and I said no. 6th grade, right there, brother. Look at that. That's Mr.
What?
Mr. Thomas's class. Look, I had front and center. Woo, Mina. See the guy all the way on the right of the picture, right? The adult right there. That's Mr. Thomas, one of my absolute favorite teachers. And I had lunch with him last year. His daughter called me up, and I went, you know what, bro? I would just love to sit there and talk to Mr. Thomas again, And look at that. And the Popolo brother on the side, that's Paris, another good friend of mine.
Uh-huh.
And let's see who else was in there.
Let me make them big so
I
you can
can't
see. Yeah.
remember. Yeah, I can't remember all the names because it was a while ago. But that was one of my favorite years.
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade, Waianae Elementary School. But that's the kind for May Day. Everybody play the ukulele. And every time you change chord, you gotta look down. Good days.
But the cool thing is you had lunch with your sixth grade school teacher not too long ago. You guys went to Tuck Story. How nice.
Yeah,
How cool is that?
yeah, yeah. He was, and it's funny because he asked me, "Was I too strict?" Go, hey, you're talking to a bunch of kids who get Waianae parents. You are like a fluffy bear.
um, that in itself is an amazing thing. I wanted to show another vintage picture right over here. This is a callback here picture. And
Oh, bruh.
take a look at
Is
this.
that Iris? Ira
That is
Nepis?
Ira Nepos and his wife on the
Yeah.
right. On the
And
left
Ponce
is
Ponce.
Ponce Ponce from Hawaiian Eye,
Hawaiian Eye.
right?
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, man. Oh,
Hawaiian
that was
Eye.
the show you promoted, right?
Exactly. It was in
At this
Ventura.
cl-
And also Michael Cord, a good friend with Mike and his Marianne, his wife. Michael has passed away,
Okay.
but Mike Cord from Cord International, who I met at that
Yeah.
show through you, Andy.
Wow.
And
Hey, you know what? Kamaka, sorry to interrupt, but we should let the people who are too young to know who Ponce Ponce was. There was a very popular television show here, Ponce Ponce, and he and oh God, what were the other stars?
Connie Stevens.
Connie Stevens and the other. Anyway, he was like a Hawaiian and played with a real ukulele playing kind of guy. And what happened was when I got Marker, right, the national TV show, and I played this kind of goofy Hawaiian sidekick, I contacted him and said, "Okay, bro, what is it like? Because I know I'm going to put up with grief from all the locals for playing this goofy Hawaiian guy, but that's the part they want." And he said to me, bro, all the Hawaiians going to say, "Why you acting so goofy? Why you representing Hawaiians like that?" They don't realize that if you said, "Nah, I don't like play that part," there's a line around the block of local boys who would play that part, right? He says, so make it your own, do what you like, and just get ready for the heat. But, because most people don't, they think you're on TV. Why you choose play that part? Why you don't wear one tuxedo and drive one Ferrari? Because that's not the part, you know. But we had a wonderful conversation. I seeked him out there in Southern California when he had his Hawaiian food restaurant, and he was very helpful.
What a sweetie. He and his wife,
What
Sherry,
a great,
I got to know
yeah.
both of them and had a chance to do a couple of road trips to Vegas with Ponce, and he did a couple of shows there. Good fun.
Really?
And
Wow,
every
I'd love to have seen that.
the anniversary of his passing, I always call Sherry. And we have a great conversation. She'll say, "Kamaka, I was waiting for your call." And I always wait for your call. I
Oh,
go, "Ah, Sherry," so yes, you're a sweetie. You mentioned Marker, and let's let's talk about Marker.
oh my God. Back when I would take off my shirt next to Richard Grieco. I gotta
But
work on my posture. Yeah, this was the best gig I ever had in my life. That was all I ever wore: shorts, no more shirt, and my character. Let's say Andy Richards fighting the criminals. Andy, you would be surfing. Oh, okay. That was the best.
wow, yeah, very nice. Richard Greco and Andy Bumatai on Marker. Uh, let's see. Tim Lopes. Tim Lopes had a comment over here. He goes, Houston is in the house. Nanakuli boy, what's up, Andy? And brother Kamaka right there. Not San Antonio. I've corrected. Houston, Texas. Thank you.
Oh, Houston.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah. And let me see. Folks were just chiming in on Hawaiian Eye. Robert Conrad and Troy Donahue.
Robert Conrad. That's what it was.
Wow.
Troy Donahue.
Wow.
Look at
You know
those
what that
names,
means,
man.
Andy? people who
We old.
remember who the actors were on that show. I'm not saying. I'm just. I don't want to get in trouble over here,
Don't go
but
there.
yeah.
Don't go there.
And
You
then,
know, the same people think, oh, the thing is about the size of a $50. You guys know $50, huh? Yeah. That's right, man. Just, and in fact, hey, honey, you can go to the ice box. Bring me one beer, please. Huh? Mahalo. Okay. Oh, where I live. Oh, you know where the old stadium used to be? Yeah, right over there, past where had the hula supply store, but you know, not anymore. You know, where used to get the Star Market. Yeah, right there. Okay, thanks, Uncle. Yeah, no problem. Good luck. I get GPS, you know. Oh, what? GPS? I get GED. What? Huh? Oh, sorry, I'm confused.
it's the same when I say to the dog, "Roll the window down." She go, "What?"
Oh, roll the window.
Roll
I
the window
dropped.
down.
No, I was gonna say a friend of my daughter's when they were young. I said roll the window down, and her friend said, "How come all you guys say roll the window down? It's a switch. You just push the switch down." Yeah,
Here's C Honda
you know.
about your sixth grade picture, Andy. Those Waianae goods no look too tough.
Eh, people say that when they drive through Waimanalo too. What's so tough about this neighborhood? Everybody look real nice. Yeah, okay. Try to give somebody stink eye and watch that change. But that was sixth grade too. There's not too many bad looking sixth graders.
Yeah.
And even later on, and you know, I always say this about Waianae. You know, people always think Waianae and they immediately equate tough and all that kind. The people that give that the West Side the rep, maybe 1% of the people, right? The rest of the people, just like everybody else, you know, but they get some snap cases, and maybe you know the level of snap cases more high in certain areas, and you know. But it's like I always tell people, you know, the media picks on things, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you know, any dog bites somebody, the dog bit somebody. If a pit bull bites somebody, it's an attack. You know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pit bulls attack.
It's just, yeah.
Here's Miles Douglas Wilcox saying, "How's it,
Hey,
Andy and Kamaka?
how's it?
Welcome,
Yeah, he's a
welcome."
regular on the Daily Pigeon Live. Miles Douglas.
Sweet. The Hamajang gang.
Yeah, he calls himself Medium 7 Up on the thing, and he teaches music in the Boston area to kids who are challenged is, I guess, the politically correct word to
Nice.
say. And yeah, he's just wonderful work.
Good. Tyra Abraham jumping in. Aloha, Kamaka, and Andy. Ready for some laughs today. I'm sorry, Tyra, there will be no laughs today. This is
Let me search them out. There are laughs here someplace. Where are the laughs? Can I find the laughs, gone funny? By
The
the way,
Daily
people,
Pigeon Live. Daily Pigeon
yeah.
Live, Andy, has some great videos that you have created. And if it's okay with you,
Yeah.
I'd like to share one of these that you have created, and we
Okay.
can just take a little
Yeah.
musical break. It's
Can I
called the
do
Scenic
a small
Roll.
kind of introduction? Small kind of introduction. Okay.
Yeah.
When people come visit the Daily Pigeon Live, right? I always say, "Hey, let me know what your old stomping grounds are, because we may have a video that goes through your neighborhood." What we do is I drive through these neighborhoods, and then I put B-roll and music so that, you know, it's just not driving through the neighborhood, right? And that's
Right.
most of what the videos we do. Not all, but most go through Hawaii neighborhoods.
Sweet. So this one's called a Scenic Roll here, Andy. And
This one is a hodgepodge, a taste tester of a number of different areas throughout Hawaii, Big Island, Oahu, all kinds.
sweet. Here we go with a Andy Bumatai produced music video. Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
thank you. Yeah, I edit those together, and I want to answer Stanley Kanaloha Gomes Jr. He goes, "Yeah, but no more Maui. Come to the show. We have Maui videos. In fact, we drive through Paia. Who has Paia? Okay, so we do have Maui videos, and also you see here Linda Willissa Silva over there, right? On the Daily Pigeon Live, she's Wild Willie, and her high school picture has become an inside joke. It's called this. Every time someone says this, right, then we do this. Where this? This is Linda's picture in high school. So in fact, there are triggers that the people watching the show can do and put up this. That's
Very
so
cool.
funny.
Very
Oh
cool.
yeah,
So, C. Honda says, "How's it, Stanley? Thanks for coming to Andy's stream the last few times." Yes.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
Stanley is the other half of my, I call him my hapless sidekick on the Waboos crew every Wednesday. He originally is
Oh,
from Wailuku, Maui, very proud, now living in the, actually, they've released a lot of folks from the penitentiary in the Covina area, and he still has a ankle bracelet, but we won't go there. But anyway, yeah, that's
yeah.
Stanley.
But it's
It's all good.
bejeweled, which makes it different.
And Linda said, "That's me, Wild Willie."
Aha, yeah, see, and you look at people going, this. You look at Nani Aloha, this.
This, that's
We,
great.
we made a
That's great.
shirt that said this.
That would be a good one. This.
Yeah, we have it. Yeah, it's on our merch
Oh.
site.
We're just about into the first half hour of our 3-hour marathon today, and we'd like to
Yeah.
welcome everyone to the show. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Welcome to the Aloha Friday with the Sandwich Island Social Network. We are having a virtual sit down with my old friend Andy Bumatai, and we're going to take a pause right now because across the nation, friends, Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders are being disproportionately affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And so here in Southern California, there is a Southern California Pacific Islander COVID-19 response team, and they aim to provide information and resources to help our community stay safe. And so we're going to take a moment right now and take a look at this.
COVID-19 is hurting Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders.
We have one of the highest infection rates in LA County.
Our elders and those of us who have diabetes, heart disease, or other health conditions have a higher risk for severe illness or even death.
Let's stop the deadly impact of COVID-19 in our community.
Follow 3 simple steps.
1. Keep 6 feet of physical distance.
2. Always wear a face covering in public.
And 3. Get tested right away if you have any symptoms.
If you don't have a doctor, dial 211 to find free health resources.
We have the power to take care of our kainga, our community.
Let's use that power to protect all of us.
Yes, indeed. Andy is wearing his mask. I am glad. And once again, that URL for you to make sure that you're being safe is pacificislanderhealth.org. pacificislanderhealth.org. And there's where you can go to learn more information on what you and your ohana can do to protect yourself. So big mahalo to the Southern California Pacific Islander COVID response team. They're a great group of folks that are targeting Pacific Islanders and Hawaiians who are being affected by COVID. And, you know, I was very surprised, just real quick before we wrap this up, is I did not realize that Pacific Islanders, Hawaiians, are the highest in the ethnic groups in Southern California that are affected by COVID, more than African Americans, more than Latinos here in Southern California. So there's a big educational push to get information out about how they can protect themselves. All right, and we're back. If you just join us, thank you for joining us. People are freaking out, Andy. I said we're going to be here for 3 hours. I didn't mean 3 hours. I meant 6 hours, actually. And so it's in Kamaka time. Yes, Susan said Kamaka time, that is. Yes.
Well,
Andy, thanks for wearing your mask. I appreciate that.
well, I was so inspired by that PSA that I had to run out and go grab my mask, But it won't last long because I don't have that technique of moving your glasses over your mask so when you breathe it doesn't fog up your glasses. But
you know what a technique.
Well, if you're from the west side of particularly, it's so much fun to wear a mask, sunglasses, and a hat and walk into a bank and not get any heat. It's just, I don't know. You got to pick what the things you can enjoy. But yes, you know what? Wear a mask. In fact, I did a video where I walked through Ala Moana shopping center, right? Just talking about the changes and stuff. And I brought a mask, and when I shot, I took the mask off and then, put it back on and walked around and things with people. You would be surprised the heat I put up with from people going, "Whoa, bro, come wearing one mask, you went in public," and all this kind of stuff. And you're somebody who should be setting a good example and all this kind of stuff. And I had to do another video going, "No, bro, look, the mask is in my hand," and but guess what? I'm all about it. So easy to do. Does it blow your mind that there are people who don't want to wear a mask on a plane, get handcuffed and drug off the plane because of it, and they find that easier than putting a piece of paper over their face? I mean, now there's people out there right now going, "Well, it's the principle of the thing." Bruh, if you go, okay, in this store, you got to stand on one foot and put your finger in your ear or you cannot come inside this store. And then you get in there. "I don't like stand on my feet and put one finger in my ear." But bruh, you agreed before you came in you would do that. "I know, but I don't like this. It's an infringement on my rights." Oh, bro, please.
Tim Lopes has just said, "I like Andy's Nanakuli video. It brings me back." Thanks, Andy. Oh, yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah.
Nanakuli.
The West Side. Okay,
Well,
here's another throwback. Right here, Andrew. Right here.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you cut it. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, that was by the way, I don't know if you see Tommy Smothers there, right?
The third from the right.
Yeah, the third from, of course, the Smothers brothers, right? And it's hard to recognize Tom Moffat sitting next to him, right? But I'll tell you my Tommy Smothers story right after you talk about this. But Remy Abelera, Don, and there's Rap. Rap could not. He goes, "Let's just take a short picture." And here's the reason we're laughing, by the way. There were all sorts of women in this picture, right, before we took it. And Don said, "Okay, all the women out of the picture, because maybe later on we show this to somebody." And the women are behind the camera and they are upset, to say the least. And that's Don.
What a great picture of Don Ho, second from the left.
Yeah.
Rob Reppinger, of course, third from the left. And you, Andy, second from the right over there. What an amazing moment in time, man. What an amazing moment.
Yeah. All at the Don Ho show. That was the place, Yeah. In fact, okay, so here's my Tommy Smothers story. So Glenn Larson, right, and I were talking about doing a show. Okay, so I'm at Glenn Larson's house. He was a television producer at the time. This is when I was doing TV series and stuff. And Tommy Smothers shows up. Okay, so Hey, Tommy, what's going on? So we start kind of rapping, and he says, what are you doing? I just got here in Hawaii. Yeah, yeah. So I said, oh, I'm going to a pay-per-view fight at the NBC Arena. And I forgot who it was, but it was a big fight. And I went, I got 2 tickets, bro. You want to go? And Tom goes, yeah, I would appreciate that. Oh, yeah, okay. So we jump in my car, right? And we drive to NBC Arena, right? And I'm rolling around and people going, oh, it's Andy Bumatai, bro. Who's the Howley guy, right? It was so cool. But anyway, no, bro, it's Tommy Smartas. Okay, anyway. So we roll up to the seats, right? And there are 2 brothers, big, monkey. And I don't know if you've ever been to a fight, ladies and gentlemen. The testosterone level is like so heavy it permeates. I mean, metal railings are sprouting hair at fights because all our men, they get their game on, big body walking around. Anyway, so we walk up to these seats and there's these 2 guys and I go, bruh, I think you guys in my seats. And they were pretty good seats, right? And the one brother stands up and goes, what? That kind full on, perky action, right? Right there, Tommy Smothers turns and just beelines out of the place. Gone. I went, whoa, wow, So I turned to the guy, I go, bro, look, this is E3 and you in this, yeah. Oh, they were 1 row up. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry, bro. Sorry. So they moved. I sat down, watched the fight by myself. And I never saw Tommy again.
Oh, that's great story, man.
People who are not used to snap case, you know what I'm saying? You grew up in Hawaii, okay, bro, hey, pump your brakes, bro, pump your brakes. Let's check the numbers.
Hey, that's another reference here, bro. You never pump your brakes in the cars we drive these days, right? Because you get all kind issues. It's another thing besides icebox, roll the window down, pump your brakes. That's from a whole different time period.
Because you had to pump your brakes, bring up the
pressure.
Yeah, with the pressure. Pump your brakes.
Oh,
brother.
pump your
Come on.
brakes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Trina. Trina from in Southern California. She's a hula dancer and one of our regulars here on the Aloha Friday. And our Babu's crew, what's up? Good to have you. Hey, we're going to be down your area in Temecula for Bobby Madero and Kavika Kahiapo this coming weekend. So maybe you can come. We'd love to see you, man, if you're in the area. Absolutely. Wow. What a great, just some wonderful pictures from stories we can tell here, bro. I would, and here's one more.
Yeah.
Here's one more.
Bro, look at that. Yeah.
There's one more.
Look at James Grant Benton right in the middle. This was a comedy showcase I did at the Polynesian Palace back when the Polynesian had Polynesian Palace. That's James Grant, and to Jimmy's left, that's Ryan from Hawaiian Ryan on the radio now. Look, there's Augie T underneath him. All right, Paul Ogata. Yeah, and remember Kenzo, right? And then above Kenzo on the far, on the bottom right, that's Lanai back when he had hair, right? And right in the middle, Lee Cataluna, right there. She's a successful columnist now.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I remember she did a whole column about Portuguese jokes or ethnic jokes or something like that. And then I go, girl, I get tapes of you doing that on this showcase. But,
I have one of the projects she did called Garen's Ball Barons with Lee Cataluna. And of course, on the right-hand side, good friend Kento, who lives in the high desert and having some medical issues, and so our good thoughts go out to Kento. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. But he did we play Vegas, you and I, and then if not, I played it with somebody else, and Kento showed up. He's a balloon musician.
Exactly. I'll never look at balloon animals again the same way. And of course,
Yeah,
on the
don't get
left is
Yeah.
Paul Ogata, who is tours extensively, played in Vegas repeatedly. Paul Ogata, great comic from Hawaii.
Internationally. He
International.
travels on the military circus and
Yeah. Yeah,
circuit,
yeah.
and entertains the troops. Yeah,
And of course, as you
and
said,
then Ryan up there making the shaka next to Jimmy in the upper left hand next behind Augie. Right, I call him the one that got away because he would have been an excellent stand-up comic.
Wow.
But he chose to go the DJ route. And as you know, you look at Augie and Lanai, they did the same thing. I introduced those two guys and said, and then when they went on the air, they were a phenomenal success because it's hard in stand-up. Get off this picture already. I think we stared at it enough. But this. People don't realize it's hard in stand-up to make any kind of money to live on, but then you go into radio and boom, you can suddenly you can make your mortgage or your rent or whatever. So a lot of people gravitate toward radio.
Yeah. We know that you have a particular passion for two-wheel vehicles here, Andrew, and for a while you were taking apart and putting together in various different forms motorcycles here. I think that right out of your garage.
Yeah, I built that. Yeah, that's I love the extension on this. Talk about old school. You look at this. There's no back suspension. Right? This is a start only. Got a hand shift on it.
Wow.
In other words, you push a clutch with your left foot and you shift with your right hand. I mean, people I used to leave this bike in front of restaurants and such, and people said, bro, you're not afraid somebody gonna steal your bike? Look, get the key. I go, hey, if they can start it, that's the phase. If they can ride it, I can finish my plate lunch by the time these guys get out of the parking lot.
Classic.
But,
And we have adventures on the road with motorcycles as well, Andrew, that we won't go into, but that was one of the things that was included in the In Denial comedy tour, which is why it had the motorcycle handlebars on this T-shirt there. And the origin of the In Denial comedy tour comes from your wife, Sherry. And I remember saying, you and Kamaka is almost 70 years old. Andy, you are over 60 years old. You two guys on the road for 2 months. You guys are in denial. We said,
The answer was, I guess you're not old. You're in denial, right? And so people know. Kamaka's in a car and I'm on a motorcycle, and that's how we're doing the tour. And I'm like, he's got all this stuff, and I'm like, mahalo, meet you there. And then every once in a while, oh, Kamaka, bro, you can come pick me up. The bike not acting. Oh, where you staying? Oh man, but we always made the shows. Remember. Okay, here's one story from that thing. Okay, so we arrive really early, driving from one city to the next, right? We get there super early, and we're thinking, okay, we gotta be on stage in 5 hours. We don't want to rent a hotel room. You know where I'm going, right? We don't want to rent a hotel room. So let's just find some place and take a nap, and then we'll clean up, and then we'll. Right? So we find this park, and it's nice and quiet, and we lay under the tree, right? And we're just sitting there, we're going, okay, we'll just coast here. Suddenly, remember what happened? Right? This Popolo wedding, this whole party of friends, they show up at the park, and they're playing rap music. And then on the other side of the park, the Hispanic weddings show up, and they're playing that music.
They had a quinceanera. They had a quinceanera on the other side with the flume.
And if you've ever heard quinceanera mixed with rap, and we're laying down going, and then we kind of go, bro, let's grab a room.
So, so just a continuation of that is we would find a cheap hotel,
Yeah.
keep the costs down possible. We end up at this one hotel, and Andy taught me, and I think he learned it in prison, how to iron a shirt. He said, "Bro, you
Oh,
ironing your shirt the wrong way. Let me show you how." And I'm going, "Whoa!" So he shows me this very cool way of ironing. We check into this hotel. There's no ironing board, and so we had to stop at this.
oh, the
So,
Barbie Dream House ironing board.
so we go, we end up. Did you get this at a Savers or a thrift shop?
No, secondhand store, thrift shop.
Secondhand store.
Yeah, for those of people on the road, here's the tip. Okay, if you stay at cheap hotels, they never have ironing boards, or they take an hour to come up to the room or whatever. Go to a thrift shop, buy an iron and an ironing board. Probably cost you $10, right? Two, five for the iron and five for the ironing board. Then you go to now. I'm talking motorcycle travel, right? You go to the thing, right? You iron your shirt. You use it for the time you're there, and then when you check out, you leave it. Right? And go right, because that's what we did. How many irons we bought on that trip? Now Kamaka had a car. I guess we could have thrown it in there. Maybe this one came with us for a while. I can't remember.
It did, Andy. That ironing board and that iron is downstairs in
Yeah.
my garage still yet. Okay,
Nah!
I brought it back.
Wow! Oh, that's an item that
The
eBay.
laughter, oh my goodness, and the good times continued on, and no question at all about the stories. And one of the things you said when we first decided that we are going to do it together, Andy said to me, local boys, before we figure we can go take on the road, let's do this one short show down San Diego and another show. If you and I end up beefing in the parking lot, if we get along, then it's gonna be okay.
Oh yeah. You got to test drive.
Gotta
Some
test
people are
drive.
wonderful on stage, but you can't live with them in a car for any period of time.
I thought
We had,
another. In fact, brother was mentioning about Maui. So this one is called Maui Airport movie. Andy, you want?
oh yeah.
any-
Well, what it was someone was asking about, they redid the Maui airport, right? And a lot of people haven't seen, I didn't get in there and look at the electric tram and everything they added, but this is just a me riding through it on a motorcycle,
Nice.
to give people a look.
I don't cry when it rains no more, or I get dirt on my shoes. I don't mind climbing 8 more floors, 'cause these stairs are all heading to you. I don't wait for tomorrow's sunshine when I feel it today. And when it's cold in the dead of winter, remember that snow melts away. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. We don't need plans or a fancy agenda. Well, let's just see where it goes. We got no care for the way people stare at the dust and the dirt on our clothes. Hey, my friend, we'll never say remember when, if we keep on making memories where we stand, where we stand. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance for the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. And go put on that old wedding dress now. probably still fits like a glove. And tell the band to play one more slow song, 'cause you still have all my love. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. One more cold drink, one more roll, one more dance before the doors get closed. Please remember, enjoy the show. Let's get happy before we get old. Let's get happy before we get old. No more whiskey, I'll have a Coke. Catching bass on an old fishing boat. One more story from Grandpa Joe. Let's get happy before we get old.
Very cool. Very cool.
Oh, thank you. I like
And
to edit, you know.
nicely done. Nicely done. The picture I want to show you right now, Andy, and I'd like you to talk about this, if you will. This guy.
Oh, man.
This guy.
Yeah, Milka Bang. Oh, may he rest in peace. You know, it was interesting. You know, I interviewed Milka Bang on my In the Car show. You know, I don't know if anyone heard about the show I did, but what I did was I interviewed comedians in my car and drove around, and then coincidentally, someone else did one exactly the same and killed mine. But he was one of the original guests, and I remember when he showed up, he got in the car, he had shaving cream and props and all this kind of stuff, and he goes, "Okay, I was thinking I'd do this," and then I turned, I put my hand on his shoulder, and I said, "You know, bro, in this show, we just talk. You don't have to worry about being funny. You know, people know you can be funny. What they want to see is, you know, what's in your heart, how you feel about things. How did you get into comedy? And not, oh, I started at the gold coin or whatever, but why, you know?" And anyway, it was an amazing thing. He actually stopped at a place near Sandy Beach and said, "When I die, this is where I want them to spread my ashes."
Wow.
You know? And I went, "Pa, don't worry about that." That's not. And he goes, "Yeah, no, but Andy, I just like everybody know." Boom. And then when we ended up going to his funeral, and that's where it happened. Not because of me, but you know, right. And by the way, I would like to mention that at Mel's funeral, Melvin Lead, his good friend, and I think they're related, right? She sang a song dedicated to him. There was not a dry eye in the place. It was one of the most, you know, anyway, and he was a great guy. And, you know, he was underrated because he had amazing timing. His timing was innate, and it was just amazing. He could take a pause. You've seen him do this, Kamaka. He could look at something, look at the audience, they see his wheels turning, and he make that work for 45 seconds. And the laughter keep building. I'll give you an example, okay? We were playing the show, and I had 400 or 500 people, right? And after his show started, had 2 empty seats in the front, right? Well, while he's doing his act, these 2 hottie putati girls, short skirt, young, the kind, you know, fake eyelashes on, all that kind, right? They come walking in, right, holding plate lunches. They were eating, I guess so they had the styrofoam plate lunch box, right? They walk in, they sit down right in the front row, and Malcolm Bang does this. And the place, they cannot wait already, right? So that place is going nuts. He's not saying anything. Finally, he looks over and he goes, "Excuse me, girls. You can take the plate. You can take your dinner off your lap. I like see the dessert. Is Mel Cabang, and that's timid for Mel, but I gotta tell you, another 30 seconds, and miss him so much.
Yeah.
Helped me a lot at the Gold Coin. He's when he was doing 4-hour shows at the Gold Coin. I used to go down there, and he used to call me up. Learned a lot from him.
Wow. And then at some point, you and Frank DeLima, as the three legends comedy party.
Wow.
What was that like between you, Frank, Mel, and yourself?
Bro. Interesting because I have this rule, right? I don't follow Mel Cabang. Okay, I don't care who's on the show, what the billing is. I don't care if I got a national TV show. I think I one, out of respect, okay? And number two, he changes the laws of the universe, when after he gets on, right? But Frank, right? Frank always has to close because he sells that. If the last 15 minutes of his act is him selling merch, he's selling his merch, right? So he has to go last. So the lineup was me, Mel Cabang, and then Frank DeLima. And I was so happy about it. Everybody goes, wow, bro, you the opening act. I said, I got to tell you, it's a dream scenario for me because, come on, the audience has been waiting. They have no perceived notions. They haven't heard any timing, and the universe hasn't been changed by Mel. And boom, thank you, good night. And I'm out of there, and those two guys take it for another hour and a half or whatever it was. But it was we did one with Ed Kaihea and Augie Tolba, the another ones. We did those. It was great, and it was great to get to know them. But a lot of them, again, I wouldn't sleep in the park with. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
You and I have that precious memory of Andy.
Precious memory of, bro, we could just lay in the park. Good idea. I'm going, oh my God, I'm in genre hell.
I have a classic picture of you and I, Andy. That
that's a great shot.
It's got I put some filters on it because it's classic. This is in Sacramento, California.
Yeah.
You rolled your bike in there. I was in the mothership. I found a parking space, and we met outside before we went into the club. But what a great show that was at Momo's above Harlow's in Sacramento, California. It's classic. Classic.
Whenever I see this picture, I've mentioned this on my show. You see how I'm wearing the Apple iPods there in my ear?
That's
you
right.
See that right there? Right. That was the time when I was riding my motorcycle, took off my helmet, and the wind blew my hearing aids out, and I was deaf. Yeah, so I could pull off the show because you have amplification. I could hear myself, but the meet and greet after. So I downloaded that Magic Ear app on the iPhone, right, and put that and used the phone as my hearing aid. That's what I was doing. And I've given that tip to many people. I said, if you think you might need a hearing aid, download this app, and you can walk around with it. People don't even notice those white buds anymore. It's like they're invisible to people because we're so used to seeing them. So,
yeah,
a tip from the hearing impaired.
It's a porigi hearing aid, brah. Portuguese
Yeah,
hearing.
yeah, that's right. That's what I was doing it, but it worked and it got us through that. In fact, that's where I met Nani Aloha, who is now the moderator of on
okay.
my show,
Sweet.
and you're gonna love this. She has been the moderator for over a year on my show.
So
She just
nice.
celebrated the anniversary. But
Here's
yeah,
another
funny
of
how
your
things happen.
Hamajang gang, Darlene. I'm liking this
Oh, hi,
interview.
darling.
Yeah, with Andy. So
Oh, thank
nice.
you.
Quite a few of the friends dropping in over here, and they're saying, "Oh my goodness, you guys!" Tim Lopes over here is coughing on the floor, laughing, hilarious, coughing.
Put on your mask. Maybe you caught something from us. I don't know. And listen, just so people know, I am staying 6 feet from the camera just to be socially distant. So you guys watching the show don't have to worry. Okay?
Susan says, "Make this dynamic duo a regular thing on the show. When can the best?" Ah,
Oh, that'd be nice. Well, I was talking to Kamaka last night when we were doing some tech stuff, and on Ecamm Live, which we both are, and we're both Mac people, right? There's a way that I can broadcast this show on my show while he's interviewing me. Let's just keep adding layers onto, because what we do now isn't difficult
Yeah.
enough, right, Kamaka?
Penelope is saying, "You're both making me laugh." Well, we are in the laughter business over here. We love humor, and I can't think of a better way to spend my afternoon. And in your case, Andy, in the morning, um,
Yeah.
being on the Aloha Friday show, and there's always surprises around the corner.
How's it? My name is Nui Kakio, and I'll in stock one store just for local people called Stink Food. That's right, gang. All that kind stink food you ain't grow up loving for grind in one convenient location. That's right, we get the kind kimchi, hamha, bagaon, and the largest selection of natto in the state. And party season coming up, you gonna have plenty left over. And how you gonna make chook without the kind salt turnip? And remember, gang, with every order over $100, you gonna get the free yard sign that says, "Hey, look on 911, I stay cooking stink food." So, come to our convenient location, 95212 Ononui Street in beautiful Hanakaukau, Hawaii. And remember, if the neighbors no can smell 'em, we no sell 'em. Mahalo.
What's the address again?
Ononui Street. In beautiful Hauna Kau. And the zip code. I'm always surprised at. Watch this. Watch your chat here. Okay, what was the zip code on the address? Did you pick that up?
I did not.
Kamaka?
What was it?
Okay, look. There's shakalaka. I mean, Charito.
Did you get him?
Yeah, no. Look in your chat.
Tutu.
Melissa just
812.
no. Say them slower.
22812. Stop it.
Oh.
That's a kind. What you call it? Some liminal backtrack. Oh my
No,
God.
Easter egg. People who have watched that video, and we've played it many times on my show, of course, but they don't pick up on that. But that's the thing when you do this kind. You gotta 22812.
Here's a good buddy of mine. Actually lives here in Southern California, but actually is now back home visiting his folks in Kaneohe. His name is Nate Jones. He goes, "How's it, Andy? I still have your signed business card from the days when you rented office space for your wireless company from my dad on Ward Avenue. You signed it. Someday this will be worthless."
Well, that was my foray into the wireless phone company. I had a wireless paradise, and we sold cell phones back when that was booming. And then, just as everything was starting to happen, a 9/11 happened, and boom, everything just changed.
Yeah.
I got hit by two of those. I had four stores on different islands, and I was being a cell phone guy, and I was trying to and then bam, that happens, and okay, then that goes down. Then I create the nightly talk show. Remember Nighttime?
Nighttime
It
with
was
Andy
on
Bumatai.
Hawaii. Yeah, every weekday we were on, doing well, thinking this is it. And then bam, the 2007 or 8 economic crash happened. Boom, again.
I was a guest on your show with Richard Nato. What a great band. Oh, my goodness. That was fine.
Yeah, we were doing a legit talk show
Yeah,
from
it was excellent.
Hawaii, and I was real expecting to go. It's interesting how, when you look at things like that, and then this one went down, and then later, then I built, in the car, right, and then it gets cloned, and then I did, what was it, Tooling Around, right? You played a clip from that, and things were going good. I'm back on TV, and then I get cancer. Remember I had the tongue cancer, and boom, back down again, man. Just keep taking hits. People go, oh, wow, bro, good be on Celebrity. Everything is just, what? Well, guess what? Every once in a while, plup, 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 turn on the reserve. Plup, 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 plup. We'll talk about old school.
Roll down the
Remember when
window,
cars
pump the brakes.
Yeah, I remember when cars had reserve.
Susan says,
Old.
you guys never went grow up yet. Thanks goodness. Hey, no one ever accused us of growing up. No.
No. Do not grow up. It's a trap. But what I was starting to go to, what I was starting to go, yeah, it's the zip code 22. Yeah, someone else told me that. But what I was starting to allude to is, in your life, you'll get speed bumps, And the trick is to just go, you know what, I'm going to keep moving forward. And even if you fall, right, fall forward, that's the trick, And another thing, and I'll get off my soapbox after this, and that is be happy. It's easier. Everybody, you know what, you ever have anybody say to you, you guys, you're having too much fun. Huh? Is that possible? Number one, and grouchy people, they got to work so hard to be grouchy people. Happy people, only easy. I remember a time when I was working at the Royal Hawaiian Hotel, and these people would come in and do their weddings in the lobby and take pictures, and tourists are walking by. The last place I would ever have my wedding is in the lobby of a hotel with regular people walking through the shots, right? And then it dawned on me, I'm too cool. I couldn't be happy in that situation, but these people are ecstatic and having a great time. Why? They've chosen to be happy. And it was like this epiphany, I went, and then that song came out, I'm through being cool, through being cool, I went, man, be happy. It's easier.
Yeah, don't worry. Was it Bobby McFarlane?
Don't worry.
Be happy.
Yeah, really. I live across from a pit bull dog. He stare at me all day long. I'm worried, not happy. Oh, no, that's not the words. Sorry.
Here's Annie. Aloha, Uncle and Brother Andy. There's our friend Annie. Thanks for popping in. And great comments over here. They just keep on coming. Says we're gonna need a bigger boat over here. We got lots of here to talk about as well. But there's so many wonderful stories, Andy, over the years, and what a blessing to have you with us here on the Aloha Friday show, taking time. And I know that you have been through a number of challenges, my friend, over the years, and have always had just that hikino, can do. I can work through this no matter what it is. And thank you for being that. On a personal level, you've been a great friend, encouragement, my mentor. I started stand-up comedy back in the early 90s at an open mic at a place called the Lizard Loft on Kapahulu Avenue, upstairs, Paul Ogata, Kehau, now Jackson.
By show.
Right?
Yeah, she was by show. Yeah,
By show back
she
then.
was on the show the other day. She came on the show the other day. She's in Australia doing well.
Yeah.
But remember that? That was a great
So
time.
you always took time, give me notes, and we talked story. Always, always encouraging. I never forgot that, and I appreciate that. And what a pleasure, these many years later, that we can share road stories and silly stories, and just good for the heart, man. Good for makes everybody ha'ole.
You know what?
Ha'ole.
You know what, Kamaka, I was talking about this a little bit on my show, where what a great time to be alive. You know, I mean, people go, you guys, you're old already. And I said, maybe so, but the span that our life included, I wouldn't trade for anything. Now, my kids don't know a time when there wasn't cell phones. There are people who went, you mean there was a time before the internet? But for us to be able to have grown up, spanning black and white television, 3 channels on the West Coast, and 9 was the only one catch good, checkers and pole, that was what we dug. Now to fast forward to you and I live streaming on 2 different platforms, from our homes. There was a time to do this. The equipment you'd need would be like, okay, bring them. Put the generator over here. Where are we going to feed the crew? But now what?
Yeah.
Look, we get, the whole internet is right here. Everyone has a television studio in their pocket. What a wonderful time to be alive.
Amazing. And the fact that we've lived through that whole period gives us an interesting perspective, on where we are today. And and appreciation too.
Kids, like we I don't know if you have one of those refrigerators where you put the cup under and it make the ice, gives you the ice cube, right? Yeah. So a kid was over here and pushed the thing and come on. Finally, tong, thing drum goes, wow, this ice cube thing kind of slow. And you got to go, kid, you think that's slow because you don't remember having to open the freezer, bring out the ice tray, grab the handle, your hands stick because it's kind of wet on the thing, broke the ice cubes, put them in the thing, and then fill it back with water and try real carefully put them back without spilling, right? And you, poor thing, gotta wait 15 seconds for the ice. Alert the media. That's what I'm saying. Because of our background, we appreciate,
Yeah.
And I'm just so happy,
Great advice, Andy, and sharing your mana'o on an overview, and something that I echo right over here, C. Honda, and you don't talk about this very much, Andy. You have been, over the years, kind and helpful to so many young comics coming up. You've had your series over at Blue Note, upcoming comics, giving them encouragement as well. And just as you mentioned about Lanai and Augie and all these folks over the years, you've always been so supportive and even helping me with this platform and help me walk through it. I owe all of that to you. So big mahalo to you, my friend. You're an amazing guy. I know you get. I'm serious.
Well,
man.
you know what? I'll tell you where the reward on these things are is to see you be successful, see you pull off what you were trying to do. Here we are. I'm on your show. Whoo, me. And then on that. Oh yeah, that's the kind, full on, right on. But you look at Tumua. My latest is Tumua Tuine. When we did that Blue Note. a show, right? He was one of the up and coming comics, and then we talked afterwards. I helped him a little, right? But still, you only put people up to bat. They're the ones that got to swing that bugger and knock it out of the park. And Tumua recently sold out 3 shows at the NBC Arena.
Sweet.
3 shows. Now think about that. Oh, by the way, for the old school people, I'm talking about the HIC. The NBC Arena. I mean, that's an 8,000 seat arena. Think about that, Kamaka.
Yeah.
You and I were thrilled when we put 400 people in a club, remember?
Right. That's true, yeah.
400!
400. Wow, the ticket sales, we get 400, bro. Oh, goodness gracious. Andy, thank you so much for sharing your time with us on the Aloha Friday show. So many of the Hamajang gang popped in to say aloha, and thank you so much for coming in and sharing the time together here today. And on this time, the shoe was on the other foot. I get to shoot stuff at Andrew. Normally, he's in the driver's seat over here, and he's calling the shots over here. So. You notice he was calling the shots. Come on, take that picture down. You had him up too long.
Hard sometimes. Hard to give up the steering wheel. And, Kamaka, I don't know. You just got to do your own thing, no matter what. Wait. Oh, sorry. I would invoke Don Ho.
He's channeling.
My mentor.
Channeling the great Don Ho. Oh my goodness. Wow. So lots of wonderful comments. Mahalo, Kamaka, Andrew Bumatai, and Kamaka Brown from Linda, giving her aloha over here.
Thank you for having me on, Kamaka. But me, Spinner, and Paddlefoot really appreciate it. And for all of you too young to know who Clutch Cargo is, never mind, because I know cars nowadays, no more clutch.
Oh, so much fun on the show. Good positive vibes for all. Great scenic views with great music, too, and comments from Darlene. Mahalo for that. Everyone is chiming in right now and saying, what a wonderful time together. And I echo that. Thanks, Andy, for making it such a pleasure. And so
you're welcome, brother.
For now, we say mahalo to everyone for dropping into the Aloha Friday with the Sandwich Island Social Network. And special mahalo to my buddy, Andy Bumatai, right there. And we're going to bid you aloha. We're going to send Andy to the green room right now. Andy, you go to the green room right now. Boom, Andy's in the green room. But his mic still stay on, so he can be dropping in. Oh, my goodness. The Aloha Friday show happens every Friday at 12 noon Pacific time, and we appreciate all of you coming in to support it. And it's amazing how every week our time goes by so quickly. And I want to thank the supporters who are sustaining members of our Ohana, like June Shibuya, Larry and Hetty and Duha, Kay Bennett, Roddy Gregory, Susan and Roddy Gregory, Thyra Abraham, Jean Dahlberg, DC and Tuela, Makaena, just to name a few who are wonderful, wonderful supporters of the Sandwich Islands Social Network. All of the donations help the Sandwich Islands Social Network remain on the air, if you will. And we encourage all of you, if you're able to, take a look at our Patreon website. If you want to become a sustaining member of our network, you can go to patreon.com/Sandwich Islands 808 for all of the 411 on the Sandwich Islands Social Network. So for now, we say ahui ho. We look forward to seeing you soon on either Monday night on the porch, every Monday night at 8 p.m. Also, we have our Baboose Crew with Stanley Gomes and myself every Wednesday at 1 p.m. And then the Aloha Friday show on 12 noon. We say mahalo nui loa, take care, and we will see you soon.
I'm waiting for your phone call. It's already way past noon. Staring at the 4 wall on on a Sunday afternoon. Your letters never get here, you must send them to the moon as tears fall in my cold beer on a Sunday afternoon.